and welcome to the very first episode of the program, ObiDatti Family. Alright, if you're just joining us, this program is all about selling the candidacy of Mr. Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti. It's all about reuniting families for a better Nigeria. Alright, so we believe that there is an obedient member in almost every family out there in Nigeria. So we're calling on all of you obedient members or ObiDatti members to come together and let us form a force, okay, moving forward to the 2023 elections. My name is Peter and I have other co-hosts in the studio with me today, and you're going to be getting to meet them very, very soon. All right, quickly, I'm going to be moving to my right. I have Wisdom.
Yes.
Please. Share with us. What do you think about this program?
Yeah, it's a very nice program. We intend to have the family, like you rightly said, the ObiDatti family, where we will gather together, know ourselves, share our common experiences, we've had in the past, the previous administration and the present administration, why actually people want to vote for Peter Obi and Yusuf. Why do they? What did they really see that made them to decide that this is actually their candidate? So we will be seeing people from different places, from different parts of the world, because we know there are a lot of people that are not in Nigeria that are obedient, So we expect to see them, no matter where they are. They can link us through Zoom, and then through our various social media platforms. So it's going to be an interesting program going forward.
Thank you very much. Interesting program is going to be, indeed. We believe that there is an obedient member everywhere around the world, just like Wisdom has just said. So please, if you are an obedient member, do well to join us on Facebook at Vico TV. That's where you can catch us live. We also have a group, which is like a community, a niche for us, and it's called the ObiDatti Family. So just go on Facebook and search for ObiDatti Family and you'll find the group. Please join that group. And also join Facebook at Vico TV so that you can catch the live shows. Alright, we are also on YouTube and we're also on Zoom. So if you're interested in being a participant on the program, you're an ObiDatti a fan, and you want to join on Zoom to comment on issues and topics that we're going to raise on the program, you can also join us on Zoom. All right, Loretta, I know you're glad to be on this program.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, for you to be here on this program, that means you are obedient.
Yes, sir.
You're not disobedient.
No.
All right, tell us, why are you obedient? Why would you support Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti in the 2023 general elections?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity to speak. Let me start by saying I am obedient, like you already asked, and even the Bible supported it. There's a scripture that says, if you are obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land.
That's true.
So that's one thing. It means we have the support of God in this movement. So, and one thing that really caught my attention about the man Peter Gregory Obi is the fact that he's young, he's a youth, and leadership, it takes a lot to be a leader. The truth is, leadership will wear you out because of all that it entails. It will wear you out. So if you do not have the vigor, the strength, it means at the end of the day, there will be nothing to write home about you. So the fact that he's a youth, he's strong, he would, I believe he will understand the people.
Yes, more. Especially the younger people.
The younger people, especially. So that, and by the grace of God, I'm a core member and I'm serving in Anambra State. I asked questions about him and they told me that the change that he commanded while he was the governor. He did a lot of things. There were lots of things they were able to achieve, and I believe if he can do well at that level of being a governor, he can as well replicate that at the national level.
You're right.
So
You're right.
I love him for that.
That's interesting. Thank you very much. What about you, Joy? Are you obedient? Let me start with that.
Of course, yes.
Of course, yes. You are proud and obedient.
Very proud.
All right, tell me, why are you supporting Peter Obi and ObiDatti?
Okay, talking about Peter Obi, I am fully convinced that he is a man for the people. He is the right man for the people. Because me looking at Peter Obi, he has the full qualities of a good government. For instance, I would say he's transparent.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
transparent. He's very honest. Very honest. Seeing him in interviews from one place to another, whenever he's giving his speech, when listening to him, he's not forming it.
He's not telling it to go and verify.
He's not faking it. It's not as if he's reading from the book or he will just go live. He will just tell you that this is it and that is how it is.
He's accountable.
He's very honest. And another thing I see in him is he has this ability. He has a sense of accountability.
Yeah.
Yes, he has this huge sense of accountability. Yes,
and that's what we actually need at this time.
He's good at that. He's good at that. Another thing I see, he has a sense of responsiveness. Like he's quick to respond. He's very quick to respond. React, not
intelligent responses.
Yes, not just respond. He react positively towards matters arising. So with that, on that ground, even me on that ground, I'm actually pleading with the youth to go. Please go and get your PVC. Be ready. Be ready. We all are talking about change. Please, the change will start with us. Go and get your PVC.
Yeah, and actually, talking about change, we're not talking about change because we were promised change the other time.
That's a familiar term.
Yes, we were told of change, and after 4 years, we were told of next level, and now we don't want those anymore. We want someone entirely different to give us something different, and we know that Peter Obi and Yusuf is going to do that for us. They are young. We've seen them in the past, what they have done, being a governor, being a senator. Peter Obi was a governor. Datti is even a senator now. There are a lot of things they had done. I remember Peter Obi in Anambra State those days as someone who is actually in the education sector. There are a lot of transformation he did. A lot of transformation. I was opportune to visit an interior village, in Anambra sometime. That was in 2016. And I was shocked when I went to their secondary school. I saw a VSAT there. And I asked, and I was told he was the one that mounted it. There as well, I saw a borehole in a rural area like that. They never had water. They had borehole there that people in the community were coming. In the secondary school there. I was opportune to also go to their laboratory, and it was well equipped. In fact, it was there that there was a school that had a school I was with. It was actually a private school. As at that time, they needed some of the physics equipment for their own school. They couldn't get it in the market, but we were able to get it in that rural place.
Wow.
That was bought by Peter Obi when he was the governor. Now, there are a lot we'll keep talking about. In that same place, in that same school, there were innovations. Hardly will you go to a rural school like that and you see, I don't really want to call the name of the community because it could look somehow, probably the community might feel that, that I call them a rural place actually. But when I got to that place, I saw their classrooms were just intact, and I made inquiries and I heard he gave all the schools in Anambra State some money to fix every of the secondary school, and it affected positively the rural area in that place as at that time. If he can do that same thing, if he can do that time as a governor, I know he will definitely replicate it in every area.
On the national
on the national level, especially he doesn't joke with education at all.
He doesn't.
The ASU problem that we're having now, once he becomes the president, I know it will be a thing of a past.
Okay. I want to draw our minds to something that is going on right now, and that is the mass mobilization for Peter Obi and ObiDatti.
Yes.
First of all, let's start with the registration of PVCs. we saw an unprecedented number of people going for PVCs in 2022.
Yes.
And that has never happened before. Okay, according to INEC. And can you, would we want to relate that with the candidacy of Peter Obi or the emergence of Peter Obi? Would you say that it's the emergence of Peter Obi that has resulted in the large turnout of people in collecting the PVCs?
Of course, yes, of course. There's no doubt about that. Because earlier on, people were docile, especially the youths. They didn't really want to participate because it was like, you know, turning the old politician, the same kind of politician. Yes, recycling the same kind of politician all the time, politicians all the time. So when they saw him, and having known that he is credible, they said, no, this time we are going for this man. We're going to do whatever it takes, you know, for us to make sure that he becomes the president come 2023. So they had to go all out to register for their votes. And I keep telling the youth, it's not just registering. They should also be prepared, be ready to vote. Be ready to vote, because it's one thing to register and another thing to vote.
Exactly.
You know, and not just voting. After voting, make sure you stay there and protect your votes.
Okay, we're going to get into all of that, election and voting and protecting your votes, in maybe later episodes. But I want to talk to you, Loretta. So we have seen people coming out to support Peter Obi. There are 1 million matches everywhere around the country. We've seen that in Kaduna. We've seen that in Cross River. Okay, and these people have not been paid shishi. The mantra is, we know they give shishi.
Yes.
Yet you see people on a daily basis supporting Peter Obi. Why do you think this is so?
Okay, I would say lots of Nigerians, they are tired and they need a better Nigerian.
Yes.
A better Nigeria. So they want, I would say they need a better president, a leader, because who leads you matters a lot. And we want to change the narrative of people saying it's not by coming out to cast your vote that we can only win the election by, like, should I say bribery, like you use your money to win the election. It's not by vote. It means even if you have the highest supporters, it's possible that you might not come out as the winner. So what we are trying to do as Nigerian youth, we want to change that narrative and to let people know that it's very possible to win the election as long as you come out and you vote. It doesn't mean that you have to come out and then you bribe people that it's your money that will make you a leader. It's not your money. So we, as Nigerian youth, we are doing our best to make sure Obi per se becomes the president of our nation, Nigeria. So we are doing all we can to give him our support.
All right. Still on that line, Joy now. So we see during elections and during campaigns, we see politicians doling out bags of rice,
salt,
tomatoes, and all of that. Abado, gari.
Yes.
We see them do that, and they think we are beggars. They have reduced Nigerians to beggars and people that will feed off them only during elections. Now we have seen a different trend. People will be refused to bribe anybody during the PDP presidential primaries, and that was why he pulled out, because he didn't see himself emerging as president there, and he didn't like the way things were run there, and he decided to move to Labour Party. Now, nobody is given any money. Nobody is given any bag of rice or any abado or gari or whatever. And yet, we see the massive turnout, the massive support for Peter Obi. Why do you think this is so?
Okay, I would say that, like me, like I said earlier, I have seen that he is the man for the people. And that's because I feel he is honest. He is very honest. I believe maybe that's the same way other persons are feeling. That's the same way other persons see him. They see that he's an honest person, strictly honest. It does not depend on anything, does not depend on bribing, does not depend on even your opinion somehow. You just believe that this is me. I am honest. And that's, I've seen him as that kind of person. I believe that's why other persons are also going out for him.
All right, wisdom. I'm going to be discussing something very, very interesting right now. So it has been said, even by these popular politicians, especially in the other parties, that this Peter Obi movement is just a social media frenzy. That they are just on social media, that they don't really have people on ground. Okay. They have said that there is no structure. All right. So do you see a possibility of Peter Obi winning this election in 2023?
Of course, there is
with no structure.
Yes, social media. That's what they think. You know what they try to say those things to bias the mind of people, to make people feel cold about him. That's why they think it's a social media thing. Now look at where today we're having 1 million march. We're having 2 million.
How many people have marched for
different places? How many people have marched for them? So we have them in different places going. You, me, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Now 4 votes be this one.
Okay.
Plus my family. Yes. Now, not just the social, not just the one we're talking about. Go to different places. People are just creating a lot of awareness. The campaign has not started.
Exactly.
It is just creation of awareness, and you are seeing the massive turnout. When you visit different churches, you see what happens. If you go to different churches, mosques, or religious areas, including Datti, Yusuf, when they go to places like this, religious centers, you see the love that the people show to them. So whoever thinks it's a social media thing, I only laugh at them. They will see it on the day, because people are going to come all out to vote for Peter Obi, because he's the right man. Amongst the major candidates in the main political parties, I mean, he is the best man for the job.
Exactly.
And take it or leave it, he is going to be the winner. Even the former president of Nigeria said it, that he doesn't see the possibility of him not emerging as the candidates. That INEC should just prepare the necessary documents for him to sign as the next president of Nigeria in 2023. So, I mean, it's not a social media thing. It's reality, and they will see it when the time comes.
Wow. Wow, Loretta, please tell me, do you agree with what Wisdom has said, that this is not just a social media thing, that this is a real thing happening on ground? Do you agree with that?
I totally agree with him.
You do?
Yes, because I've seen a lot of persons that initially they had no voter's card, but you could see this like they want to go out and say, no, I must get my voter's card, because it doesn't just end at a place where you say, I am obedient. But yet you're saying it's not just a cliche for everybody to say. You're saying it, yet you do not have a voter's card. It means there is even no base for what you're saying. So lots of youth, they've gone beyond that point of saying it, because the reason why they are saying that is because they feel people are just on social media posting and saying all of that. They don't know there is also a lot of work they are doing at the background to make sure they come out en masse that day to cast their vote.
And the social media is the easiest way to create awareness.
Yes.
Of course. So of course, using the social media, look at the person that won the Kenyan election.
Okay.
He used the social media.
I was going to say that.
Yes, he used the social media a lot, and today he won the election. So I mean, without most of these other political parties advertise themselves on the social media as well. But it's just that for me, I think they're a little bit jealous and scared, because they are seeing the way it's being pushed, and they are just scared.
Personally, I think it's a strategy to play down the popularity of Peter Obi.
That is it.
Yes, it's just a strategy.
That is it.
And propaganda.
That is it.
Okay, but Joy, now, for Peter Obi to really win this election, this message, this mobilization has to get to the grassroots. It has to get to the villages. Now, do you think that this message has gotten that far? And what do you think that can be done to carry this message to the rural areas, to those bushes, those villages where people are still going to vote? What do you think can be done?
Okay, for me, I would say yes. I really think this message is going far. One, through the help of social media too. Social media is also
Is there really social media in those villages? where there's no network.
Yes,
Some
there
of
is
those villages
radio.
don't have
We have
okay,
radio. Yes,
okay.
we can communicate through them to them through radio. With the help of radio, they can also know what's happening. I believe so.
All right, this is the
I think we have some people on Zoom. I think
Well, we're going to be connecting to the people on Zoom shortly. But just for everybody that is watching, this is why this show is tagged ObiDatti Family Program. Okay, so it's a family program. You can pass this message from family to families, and that is how we're going to spread and get to all those ethnic groups and all those villages. All right, so if you hear this message, pass it on to another person. That is the idea. All right, we have some people joining us on Zoom. Who do we have on Zoom? I think we have Esther. We have Vivian and Juliet on Zoom. All right, let me go to you, Vivian. Hello, Vivian. Can you hear me? All right, Vivian. Yeah, so you've been listening to our conversation so far. I want to ask you, first of all, are you obedient? Are you obedient? And why are you obedient, if you are?
Very, 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 very obedient.
So why are you obedient?
I'm obedient because I've seen a leader in Peter Obi.
Okay.
Exactly.
And he's like a savior to Nigeria.
Wow.
He's going to save this country because Nigeria is at the state of coma. So we need a strong man like Peter Obi to come out and bring us up alive. And he's very different from every other person that is contesting. Yes, he's very, very different. He's sincere, he's honest, he's transparent. What can I say about Peter Obi and which one would I leave? The man is just loaded with all that the leader needs.
All right. Now, Vivian, do you see the possibility of Peter Obi actually winning this election in 2023? Do you think it's possible?
It's very, very possible. He has won already. He has won, seriously. The youth, the old men, women, everybody is just singing Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. I'm sure that even God himself is saying Peter Obi right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it is said that the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The voice of God.
Let's talk to Esther, please. Esther. Hello, Esther. If you can hear me, please respond. How are you doing? Esther?
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked everybody on this show. That's the very first question. Are you obedient? And if yes, why are you obedient?
Of course, I'm obedient. I'm obedient because, according to what Vivian said, he said he saw the spirit of leadership in Peter Obi. And that is also what I'm also seeing in him. Because he's the only savior of this country.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you very much, Esther. I would like to know, where exactly are you from in Nigeria? What part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm from Edo State.
Edo State.
Wow.
All right.
So you're calling us from Edo State, right?
Yeah, she's from Edo State.
All right.
Esther, so it's been said in some quarters that the Peter Obi candidacy is an Igbo agenda, and that it's about Biafra. Some people, in fact, has been trending recently IPOB, and I've seen some people changing the B in IPOB to Benue, Bauchi.
Yes. I saw that Borno.
Yes. Some people have reduced it now to an Igbo agenda, and I think these are the detractors. Would you agree with people that have this mindset that Peter Obi is all about the Igbo agenda?
I don't think Peter Obi is all about Igbo people agenda because for a very long time it has always been Hausa people ruling the country, and it has been as if it's hereditary to them. I believe they should allow Peter Obi to make a change, a possible change to this country, and it's going to make a very good impact. because it's not something that is being done in Igbo way, because there is this spirit of youth in him, and that is why all the youth people are going for him, because he's the only savior of this country. That is why every youth is making their possible best to vote Peter Obi into power. It's not about Igbo stuff or Igbo whatever. It's only for the nation, and we are not criticizing him.
Exactly.
He's not a tribalistic person at all. Yes.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Esther. We're coming back to the studio where we have a co-host and very, very bright, beautiful and handsome men and women in the studio. We're going to continue this conversation about this Igbo agenda, because it's beginning to gain traction in the past few days. I keep seeing it coming up and up again. So what can be done to remove people's mind away from this Igbo thing? Because I don't even see Peter Obi preaching anything about Igbo or, you know, forwarding their agenda. Okay, I think he's more nationalistic than tribalistic.
Yes.
Okay, some people, especially in the PDP, have argued that Peter Obi doesn't have what it takes to unite Nigeria. That their candidate has what it takes because he has wives from every tribe. Okay, so that Peter Obi doesn't have the experience in the national level, that he is just a state governor, businessman, and he hasn't been in politics for too long, and that he doesn't have the experience. All these conversations have been going on. What would you say to people that say this kind of thing?
Well, I think they are just trying to look for a way to demarket him. That's what they want to achieve, you know. But Peter Obi's wife is from Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
He's from Akwa Ibom, and he has done business and businesses. He has businesses all over the place. There's this man in Kano he supported the other time in his rice farm. In Kano. I've forgotten the name, but there was this man in Kano, he supported his rice farm and his rice mill. In fact, it was the rice from there that a staff from Fidelity Bank told me, sorry, I mentioned the name on air, or one of the commercial banks told me that they were always having, every year, as a bank, they will always supply, give their colleagues, their workers something to go with. Yes. The man who owned the rice factory was actually someone from the north, from Kano State. From Kano State. So he is not someone who is tribalistic. When he was the governor in Anambra State, his office was not filled with people from his area, from Agulu. At some point, I remember when a couple of people were complaining about him not being able to put them in their government, people from his place. He told them that he's the governor of Anambra State and not the governor of Agulu.
Okay.
Do you understand? So a lot of people who try to say, it's the Igbo agenda, it's this agenda, they are talking trash as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Peter Obi is a nationalist. He has his business all over the place. He's loved by everybody. And he has the capacity. We're not talking about, you see, the politicians have been using, these other politicians, they have been using tribe, religion to separate us.
Yes.
Anytime they want to have something like this, they want an office, they will bring in religion. They will bring ethnicity. They will bring tribe, and just to divide us. But this time we're saying enough is enough.
Okay.
Peter Obi is the best candidate. Okay. If Peter Obi isn't there, if we have another person who is also good, we will go for the person.
Okay.
But for now, from what we have seen, he is the best and the most credible candidate. And we are going to vote for him, and he's going to win.
Exactly. Thank you very, very much. We are going to be drawing the curtain very, very soon. I'd like to remind you that this program is going to be airing every Tuesdays and Fridays, okay? Tuesdays and Fridays by 11 a.m. So you can join the program on Vico TV Facebook Live, all right? So you can join the program there. And also we have a group. We have a group on Facebook that is called ObiDatti Family. So just go on Facebook and search for ObiDatti Family and join the group immediately. Okay, Loretta, we're going to be having our closing remarks now. Please, what do you have to say to the people out there concerning Peter Obi as the best man for the job?
Okay, I would like to admonish them to put religion aside, put ethnicity aside and all of those sentiments.
Okay.
Put it aside. It's time to we need a better Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of persons are saying this Obi movement is a thing of tribalism, but deep within them they know that's not true.
Yeah.
They know that's not true. It's just because they are in a different party, political party. That's why they are making such statements. But I would say it's high time we put political parties and all of that aside. Someone asked a question that struck me. He said, if you're traveling to a country, for example, and they come to you and they say, this is the pilot that is going to take you to the place, but let's say you are a Yoruba, for example, they will tell you, we have 2 pilots. This one is a Yoruba, this one is an Igbo. And you are a Yoruba man, and the one that is a Yoruba, he's not too good. But the Igbo is very good. Will you say, oh, because I'm an Igbo, I'm a Yoruba, I want the Yoruba pilot that is not too good to take me? It means you are putting your life at risk. So it's that time we put tribalism and all that aside and then come out en masse and vote for a credible leader for a better Nigeria.
All right, thank you very, very much. What about you, Joy? Closing remarks, please.
Okay, for me, I'll be telling the youth to just go and get your PVC ready. Just go and get your PVC, and not just getting your PVC, get yourself ready. It will be an hot one. A hot battle. Hot one. Just go get your PVC
it's going to be
ready.
Fierce.
Yes, go get your PVC ready and get ready.
All right. Wisdom, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's time for a different thing altogether. We're having something different, something we've never seen before. And thank God for this program. Yes, thank God, because this is a program that is going to help everyone, all the obedient family, get united, irrespective of where we come from. If you're a Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, whatever you are, join us in this platform. Join us in this. Let us do this thing together.
Exactly.
And towards the course of the program, I would like people to share their experiences. You know, what they have experienced in the past, in this administration. The reason why they want to be obedient. Because a lot of people have stories to tell. You know, what they have encountered in Nigeria. So let us put our hands together. Put our hands together and make sure that we deliver Obi and Datti come 2023.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers out there, I believe you've had an exciting time watching the program. All right, so don't forget, as an obedient member, recruit another obedient member today. All right, spread the word about the ObiDatti Family Show. Tell people about it and get people to join the program. All right. So this is what we'll call it a day on the program today. Do well to join us again this Friday by 11 a.m. All right, that is our show for today. Have a good afternoon.